We have armed objective butter.
What is up, Gear Squad? Shane Gear here, bringing you another video. Today we are going to talk about some impressions of a beta that recently happened, so hopefully this will go up in time, about Battlefield 1. Tell us, what is Battlefield 1? What is this a game of?
It's a World War I 32v32 gigantic shooter.
It is. Battlefield. Let's first talk a little bit about our background with Battlefield. What was your most recent... Oh, tell us some recent... You don't have to tell us the whole history. I don't usually go all the way back.
It's very short.
Alright, let's hear it.
When I lived with you for like a month, you're like, play Battlefield 3. I'm like, first-person shooter, I don't play that. No, I don't do that, but you're like, just do it. And then, funny enough, that got me into the funnel of playing a lot of first-person shooters. I played like an hour of the campaign, and I had a blast, whatever. Then I played a lot of Battlefield 4 with Fat Kid Babyseat, who was like, we're gonna train you, and we're gonna make you into a hardened first-person shooter guy. And I'm like, whatever you say, buddy. And then I was like, wow, this stuff is cool. It was really, and so then that led me to play a lot more Battlefield 4, and then I got Battlefield Hardline when it went on sale, because otherwise it ain't worth. So yeah, I'm pretty much up to date on Battlefield stuff. So when Battlefield 1 was like, we're gonna go back in time to World War I was like, yes! That sounds awesome to me. So the beta is,
We have armed objective.
Alright, so for me, I started with a really old Battlefield. I don't remember. People always ask me, like, oh, which one was it? I don't know. Battlefield with a number on it, like a date, 19-something, 80-something, 17-something, I don't remember. But whatever it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. And I played it on PlayStation 3, really early PlayStation 3 years.
so it was a fat PS3 game.
Yes, I guess so.
I mean to say like 2008, 2009.
Maybe. I don't remember. Sure. And then I also played some Battlefield Bad Company back in the day. And then I got my hands on Battlefield 3. Battlefield 3, played it with all my roommates, and we loved it. Had a ton of fun. Just ripped the game up. I don't know if we were good at it or not, but we really enjoyed it. You know what I mean? One of those games we all hop together, would all hop into a vehicle together, and all drive out. You guys might know this, you might not know this. Got Battlefield 4 early. We all bought it. And so it wasn't working. Like, there was no party system, and so we were really pissed, and we all took it back. And so that was it. That was the end. Didn't play Battlefield 4, for the rest of my days. And then I actually think I repurchased it way later, a physical copy, because I think maybe Ballistic Phoenix wanted to play, and so I grabbed it. Yeah. And so we grabbed it. I tried to play it. I just couldn't get back into it. I don't know what it was. I think the maps or something, or I think I had already started playing Blacklight at that time, and like the difference between Blacklight and Battlefield is just night and day in terms of the shooter genre. And so I think I was like, yeah, it's not a bad game, guys, but I have to unlock all this stuff. There's so much progression in a Battlefield game.
I'm very limiting, and by that time you didn't have like the passes and stuff.
Yeah,
which is all for free now. So
yeah. So for me, I was like, all right. I think I'm done. I think I'll wait for the next one. So Battlefield 1 came out, got pretty excited for it, and the beta hit. So let's just start with you. Tell me how you... This is going to be good. I think you guys are going to enjoy this because we have very different opinions about Battlefield 1. We were both hyped for it. I think we both say that.
Oh yeah.
We were both definitely hyped for it.
This is this is the first shooter I'm looking forward to the most this fall, actually.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
I don't really know what else is in that category.
There's Titanfall, there's Call of Duty, but
I don't know all of them, but fair. I think it's a fair
Battlefield
choice.
1 is the one that I'm most excited for.
So that's a thing, So let's talk about you. Let's talk about how you feel about it first, and then talk a little bit about how I feel about it. Might have converse a little bit about it, and then we'll leave it to you guys. Let us know what you guys are thinking about the game in the comment section below. So first, how do you feel about the beta? We both were hyped for it. We both saw E3 and all that other stuff whenever it came out. How do you feel? You got your hands on the beta, so you played the sand dune map or whatever, and you played Rush as well, right? So you played it all, right?
Yeah.
All right. So tell us about your experience overall.
God,
give me the floor.
This is so much fun, but man, I hate this map. I hate this map so much. It's just a big, open, flat sand with a little bit of buildings in there. But since there's so many vehicles, so many tanks, I just like, it's so much fun until you're like, crap, that's a tank. I'm dead. I spawned. Crap, the spawns are like crapped out because it's a beta. I got shot and I got sniped. I'm dead. But in those moments where a sandstorm picks up, or like I get to the objective and I arm it and I'm like defending against like waves of people trying to combat it, and like seeing my score rack up, seeing me on the top of the leaderboard, I'm like, Battlefield, yes, this is awesome. The guns sound awesome. Like the sound is just awesome. Like flying in a plane is awesome. Being in a tank is the only thing that's really worth it, actually, in this game. But overall, like, I still have a lot of fun with the guns. I still have a lot of fun playing with Kate and Miramiha, like, through all this stuff. But just the flatness of that map ruined everything for me. I wanted to be in that European map that we saw in all the trailers, you know? Like, with all, like, I wanted to play what Terry Crews and Usher were playing. What is this big flat thing of nothing where I can just get killed by a billion vehicles? So overall, I think I liked it definitely a lot more than you did.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. But still, like, there are just so many things I'm like, so annoying. And also, half the time, it didn't work. So.
Yeah. I mean, let's just get this out of the way, I think, for both of us. Like, we played the beta. This is a beta. And it wasn't working great. Half the time I'd try and play it. I didn't get to play it the first 2 days, and I think it's still open still, and so
there was an outage the first day. The second day, you were like, I live in Deus Ex. And then so the third day, I was like, it's kind of working. You have to wait like 3 minutes before you can actually log in. Because they're just gonna kick you out.
Yeah, so it was tough to get in the game, and then when we finally got in, there were still some glitches there. But yeah, so don't worry about that. But in general, yeah, it seems like you got a map problem. Didn't really love the map. But tell me otherwise. You know, like, what did you for the first mode, Conquest, or whatever, right? For those that don't know Conquest, if you haven't played Battlefield, it's basically like imagine domination in Blacklight Retribution, but on a massive scale, right? Like just huge. What it's all about. You know, tell me a little bit about that. How did you enjoy your time in terms of? We already know you didn't like the map and stuff like that, but in terms of like you were playing Conquest with vehicles and different classes. How did you feel about all that?
The classes I love, the medic class is like tailor-made for me.
Yeah.
Because I like staying at like long mid-ranges and like popping shots while I'm making sure that everybody's healed. That's the way I love playing Battlefield, right?
Sure.
And when I jumped in, I was like, yes, I'm playing Battlefield. Where are the tickets? No tickets in this mode? What happened to the tickets in the other Conquest modes? Because they had it in R-Line and they had it in 4. Sure. But here, it's like you just keep capturing the majority of the objectives and then your score goes up. But I'm like, where'd the tickets? Sure. So like, it was weird. I got used to it, but I'm like, I'm not that big of a Battlefield fan where it's like so divisive. Like, oh, Conquest
and I can say that for other shooter fans, like, that means nothing because all other shooters, they have normal domination, which is basically Conquest on a smaller scale. Of course. And it's just, you just capture the nodes. But anyway, continue.
Yeah. Overall, like, it just felt freaking awesome. I love the classes. I love the guns. Like, it took a lot getting used to. It's something tailor-made for me in the sense that it's a lot slower than other Twitch shooters. Sure. Titanfall 2, I felt like I was going in slow motion the entire time because I'm like, what is the giant freaking robot? I can't keep up what's going on. Meanwhile, you were like, zipping on the balls, I'm gonna jump up on this Titan. I'm like, how can you do that? When Black Ops 3, it really took me butting my head to get that door open for me. Yeah. But once you saw me, like once I finally got into it, I was pretty freaking good. Yeah. This, like, it's freaking 1913 or whatever, so all the weapons reload a lot slower, it's a lot more tactical, and like I have to slow down. So for me, it's like I can breathe. Like, I can just sit down. In other engagements, that's maybe not very viable, but the way I play at mid-ranges and, like, keeping away from people, like, it makes sense to me. Like, it just sounded, felt, and shot great with all the weapons and stuff that I was playing with. But I can understand people like, oh, God, I have to shoot the guy, but just slow. Forget it. I'm going to switch to my handgun and shoot the guy. But, again, it's very thematic for what World War One is. Yeah. So I can't yell at it, but whether that's fun is probably a very divisive thing for some people.
Sure. Gotcha. All right, so you also played the Rush mode.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Why are tanks in freaking Rush mode? Like,
oh, interesting.
Like, this really, really, really cheesed me off. Because I'm like, so here's the thing. There are like 3 or 4 tanks in Rush mode. Why? Because especially with how big and like linear and flat this portion of the map is, if you and your team like acquire all the tanks in the map, there's no way that you can go in and arm the objectives and blow them up. There's no way.
Sure.
So Rush was something that I'd rather played over the Conquest mode under the impression that I would have to deal with less vehicles. But no, like I kept getting blown up.
So is the problem, do you think for you, was the problem that you couldn't blow up the vehicle? Like, was there not enough anti-tank? Or were the tanks too OP? Which one do you think it was? Or do you think there were just too many vehicles overall?
It's one of those things where there were so many tanks on the opposition that, let's say I'll be like, oh crap, well being a medic isn't working because I have nothing to really combat the tank, because you can't get mines in that class yet unless you play for a while. I'll go with the assault, which has the anti-tank, like, a group of grenades which you can throw.
Sure.
But by the time you would get to a tank, someone's in another freaking tank and just kill you and see you. Like, from the opposition already having the means to kill you, having the stuff to combat that stuff is worthless. Because
So was it 2v2 tanks? Like were there 2 on your side and 2 on their side, and they would get to the first 2 and they'd also make it to the second 2? Or?
It didn't really matter in a sense that, like, if people were able to, like, sneak around and stuff, and people always get out of tanks because they're greedy for kills. And also these tanks are slow.
Well, I think that's what I'm asking. Was it a strategic thing? Like, if it was like a what is Rush? How many people? 32 total?
No, it's a lot smaller. It's like
8v8, 16.
Yeah, I think it's like 16v16. Like 4 squads of 4 or 5.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
So 32
So,
overall. So I'm wondering if it was like perfect teams, like they knew exactly what they were doing. Would it have been one of those things where it was even because there were 2 tanks on each side, and like those guys wouldn't be stupid? Or was it? Do you think you were just playing with a bad team, and so your guys' tanks got stolen, and so that was kind of the end?
Maybe it could be a little bit of A, a little bit of B, but like once you got a tank, once you found like a bunch of tanks on the opposite team, your game was over.
Interesting. Okay. The only reason I asked that is because, like, you know, in Paragon or like on a MOBA, like, yeah, if they get your harvesters or things that give you resources, you're screwed. But you should never let that happen. That's just a strategic thing that you know shouldn't happen. It's like an Overwatch. Like, if all of a sudden, for some reason, like, well, you can't do that in I was gonna say in quick play if everyone was like a tank, you know, to switch. But yeah, no, I totally get it.
When the tanks are destroyed and stuff, like one of my organic moments that I've had, because Battlefield is just perfect for that.
Yeah.
I was arming the objective, I was by myself, I was a medic class, but everyone was already dead. Like, everyone was blown up at the aforementioned tank. It finally blew up, it cost him the life of one of my teammates. I was like, there's no one around here, there's only me, and there were like sniper quints in the distance, but the way that I can crouch down and arm the objective, I keep away from them. So sure enough, like, the 2 guys were running towards me, I threw mustard gas, put on, like, at my feet, put on my mask, and while they were like struggling to get their mask on and push shot, threw my handgun, I was blind firing, killed them both, armed the objective, and I was able to hold them off while I was inside of the gas with my gas mask. And I was thematic, you felt like a badass, it was awesome, then the tank came up and I got shot. But it was awesome. Like, which is what Battlefield is.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, I think we got a lot of information there. It's my turn. I think the game is beautiful.
Holy crap.
When I first started it, I was like, the number one thing I said, and I don't know if you guys, a lot of you guys that know this channel also know Heaven Clone's channel, so if you guys have checked out his impressions, I quite enjoyed them. Can't say that I necessarily agreed with them, but one thing I could definitely agree on was that it looked exactly like Battlefront, which I did mention in my my most recent vlog. So definitely go check that out if you haven't.
New engine, minimal typeface, and minimal design.
And so it was just like when I first hopped in, my mind was like, oh, Battlefront, which I think is a smart move because anyone who got into the Battlefield franchise or anyone who just got into the Battlefront franchise can now easily move over to the Battlefield franchise, and there are so many people that were interested in Star Wars that just hopped onto the Battlefront train who are casual gamers that may now go into this hardcore, more hardcore Battlefield because it looks so similar.
Familiar, familiar aesthetics are enough to breed like a fan base.
Yeah,
so
for sure,
like it's very inclusive, definitely. And like the UI is also easy to read, and like it transposes like very nicely from, because I played a crap load of Battlefront.
Sure,
But like when I jumped in, I was like, oh, everything is white and simple and looks the same. Okay, I got it. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And so for me, that was just the first thing that kind of like smacked me in the face, was just like, oh, it's exactly the same. And then I just kept playing and did not enjoy my time.
There were snipers. You couldn't get anywhere.
It was not fun for me. And even when I started to get it, I was still like, I don't know. Like I played by myself at first, and then I played with Elizabeth Kate Scarlosa, for those that know. and
We have taken objective.
just did not enjoy it. First thing I was like, yeah, let's play as a medic. Let's hop in there and let's just see what I can do. And I was with this random squad, and I was like trying to heal them, but they kept dying, and I was like, first thing you got to remember is that like this game sucks when you just play by yourself unless you're a sniper, because like it's just a whole bunch of randos and they have no idea what they're doing, and like, you're supposed to be in a squad, but like they don't actually play as a squad, and oh god, it was just terrible. So I was like, alright, forget this. And Elizabeth K joins, it's a little bit better. The problem then was that like Elizabeth K would go spawn somewhere, and like I would die, and then I would spawn somewhere. We'd like try and spawn each other, and then we get
Spawns
lost.
were so freaking batty, dude.
Yeah, and I don't really know what that was. I don't even know if I care. Like, I don't know if we actually had spawned in the same spot, if it would have been worth it. I think, it was more like one of those things where I remember playing MAG. MAG has 256 people on a map. But the way that MAG is structured is that even though there's 256 people on a map, there are 4 objectives. And so you have different squads and then platoons. And then your squad and another squad is going after one objective, another squad and another squad is going after another objective, and so these 2 platoons are going after 2 separate objectives, and it makes it really simplistic to know, I'm doing this. Whereas in Battlefield, it's just like, everyone go do things. And I was just like, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Like,
right.
And I think especially from like smaller games, Black Ops Retribution, even Call of Duty Black Ops 3, definitely Titanfall 2, even Overwatch, where we're all doing the same thing. There are 5, 6 of us. There's a group of us going out and doing this one thing. Let's go do it. Even on bigger maps, like on bigger things, like it's still one of those things where it's like, okay, we all have to come up with some sort of reason for doing what we're doing, and like the strategy involved is just abysmal when you're talking about 64 people where only a couple people are talking. Like, what is the objective here? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, juxtaposed to, like, again, our favorite, Overwatch.
Yeah.
I feel like Battlefield 1 is going to be my popcorn game in the sense that I'll be playing this between sessions of Overwatch. Because, like,
Sure.
Overwatch, again, feels like it was tailor-made for you and me in the sense that we have, like, a set group of friends that we jump in with and we strategize and we know where everything is at all times and we push for the same objective. But to say, with Battlefield, again, you have, like, the dude bros that are just wanting to jump in there and kill stuff. So, like, how are you supposed to strategize with people that don't want to talk to you or people that are really hostile for you? And also, like, it also feels like your efforts aren't, like, necessarily contributing to a larger whole.
Yeah, you're just like a tiny, like, and like one of the issues is sniping is so accessible in this game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I picked up a sniper and I was like, oh man, I forgot. Like, this is gonna suck. I'm not very good at sniping in this game. I'm so used to like Blacklight or even like Deus Ex, like Mankind Divided. Like, sniping is just like there's the person, here's the trigger, there's the crosshair, bam, done. Like, it's just where it goes. Not the case in Battlefield, usually, right? Not the case in this. I picked up a sniper and I was like, there's the guy's head. Ping! What? This is Battlefield? And so everybody was sniping. I didn't have a problem with tanks. I had a problem with snipers. Snipers were everywhere. The game completely oh my gosh. I remember times I was playing Battlefield 4 and I would get out of a plane and I remember just seeing so many snipers on the top of buildings. It's like, what? This game isn't fun anymore. Like, you guys are all just sitting up top. Like, you can't even get to the objective. And we're like, no, just go kill the snipers. I'm going to be on one building, kill a sniper, and then get killed by another sniper. Like, the game just completely lost its value for me because I was like, well, I want to go capture B, I think. Who's telling me to do this? Am I the squad leader? Oh, I am the squad leader. Everybody go to B. No one wants to go to B. Okay, this game has completely gotten worthless. So the only reason I would get this game, which is probably why I would get the game, is because I have a good group of people that want to play the game constantly. So in general, in terms of impressions, we both had things that we disliked about it that were different. I think like I hated the fact that every single person could be a sniper all of a sudden because these maps are huge, and just like you said, that map was probably terrible. Like, I was just walking around, and no matter where I was, I could get sniped. And then like it was a lot of just waiting and camping. It's a lot of Battlefield is just sitting there waiting, and like that's just not fun for me. And if I didn't have a group, the game just fell flat. And
remember my moment that I really regaled in a couple minutes ago? That was me going Rambo, not like synergizing with anybody else. So I 100% see what you're saying. Like, if we had like you, me, Packy Babyseed, Scarlosa, even Ange and like some other people, if we like cracked down and played the crap out of Battlefield 1 over and over with changes to sniping, with changes to like a vehicular like consistency, like this again, this is a beta, so this could drastically change. But as far as impressions, this was like not so much starting on the right foot as it is stumbling to get to that right foot.
Yeah, for me. For me, I know you're definitely way more interested than I am.
Yeah.
Still, I did not enjoy my time. Played a second time, couldn't get in. Then I tried it again. I was like, this is terrible. And then, like, I went in one time. I was like, okay, like, let's really try it. I mean, I will probably try it again. The beta, there is no official ending for the beta, so I will probably jump back in and give it a shot.
What bums me out is that they said they're not planning on adding a different map, and I'm like, are you sure?
Yeah, and so I know this. I know one thing. I will not get this game on day one.
No.
Probably will not get it in the first couple weeks. Not even sure if I'll be getting it before price drop. I just can't see. I did that before, and it was the worst decision I ever made. Just kidding. Watch Dogs was worse. But, like, I spent $60 on this game, and the game... Actually, I don't know if Watch Dogs was worse. No, this was worse. Because I only play Battlefield, because Battlefield's campaigns are usually notoriously bad. And so, like, though this one seems exciting, I still don't know if it's going to be any good. And so I wouldn't just get it and beat the campaign and then start playing with my friends. I would grab it to play with my friends, and then the servers didn't work in 4. So, there was no parties in 4 in the beginning.
Right.
So there was no reason for me to play. And so this time I will definitely wait. I already have a lot of shooters. I already have a lot of games that I need to catch up on. Definitely will be getting Titanfall 2. That was a game that I was like, there's no way I'm not going to get this. This was super exciting to me. We all know that I keep saying battle instead of the B. Blacklight Retribution is going to have 2 patches by that time. And so there's a lot of great things coming forth with games I already have and games that I know I'm excited for. Not really anticipating this game all that much anymore, and so I don't think I'm really going to grab it. But you, on the other hand...
Yeah, I still am looking forward to it. Like, because, again, it's still something that I want to get into, and, like, I'm actually, for some reason, really, like, excited about the single player, strictly because of its setting. Like, right now, I'm one of those people that's completely fatigued of the future settings in, like, shooters.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I want, like... This is such a tired, haggard term, but, like, I want my boots on the ground like shooters and stuff, and I want to get back into, like, I want that feeling that I had when I was playing Battlefield 4 and a tiny little bit of Battlefield Hardline with my friends. Like, I want to be able to coordinate and push together. I want to be the reason that we win. I want to be able to like get like stuck in that setting and like feel badass. But in a setting that feels slower, methodical, and more interesting. Like, I've always wanted since we got these like insane graphics. Like, when I saw the engine for Battlefront, I'm like, I can't wait to see what EA does with this engine. There's so much that you can do. Because Battlefield, World War II games, like, you play them now, they all look crappy. Like it's a shooter, it's accessible, it's like whatever, but they still have, you really have gross textures, and like it's enough to take you out of immersion.
Oh yeah.
Like this, I can't wait. But this, just like with any other like $60 shooter from EA, I'm not gonna get it at launch. Like, I don't know what the heck kind of like tomfoolery they're gonna go through with like battle packs and DLC and like whatever nonsense they're gonna pull out there. So
yeah.
I'll always wait and reserve my judgment. And probably maybe this will be something I'll get physically because I'm like, I can. The thing is, I can wait and I'm okay. You know what I mean? Battlefield 1 is something I'm excited for, but it's not something I need.
Yeah.
I need Mafia is what I need.
Yeah, there are a lot of games out there right now that have promised that I'm excited for, that I know I'm going to grab.
Like Mafia.
Battlefield 1 is just not on that list anymore. It's just not on that list
that.
anymore. So I think it'll be interesting. I'm definitely excited to see. One of my biggest problems with Battlefield in general is this, and I think people gloss over it for some reason, is this, like, you have to pay for a lot. Like, they have, like, Battlefield, like, the, like, subscription. They have the Battlefield Premium or something it's called.
Deluxe edition or whatever.
No. There's a subscription. It's like Battlefield. I don't know what the subscription's called. But they have a Battlefield subscription that you get. And then they also have, I think it's called, I don't know, I'll figure it out. But they have a Battlefield subscription. And then they also have all of the DLC that then segments the player base.
Right.
I think this is the stupidest thing
$120
ever.
editions every year at day one.
It's so dumb.
Yep, it is.
It's a really bad idea. Another reason why I don't want to get the game is because I know I'm not going to play it all that much because I have a billion other games I want to play, and I've never.
Dude, I'll still be playing Overwatch.
Right. Like Overwatch is fun to me every single time I play it. Bizarrely, like the game is the same thing. I've been playing the same game since it came out.
That a game with very limited amounts of modes offers
there's very little content,
so much engaging play that keeps you coming back again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And by that time, who knows what kind of modes that we're gonna have? Maybe we'll get a story mode. Maybe we'll have like 30 characters by then.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, so I don't think I just can't imagine like we already know we're gonna get another. We already know we're gonna get another character. We already know that we're gonna get another map, I believe. and we know that
Besides
they're working on and we know that they're working on game modes.
Yep.
I just can't imagine that I'm gonna hop into this game and be like, oh yeah, I definitely need some Battlefield 1. Like, I almost think I might go like, I'd rather go grab Battlefield 4.
Which you should, because all the expansions are free. They're all free now.
Like, I feel like I might as well, like, if I want this kind of game, like, if you're like, dude, come on, get Battlefield, come on, we're all playing it, I'd be like, alright, let's all go get Battlefield 4. Like,
because also on store shelves, especially for those who are like, oh, games are so expensive. This crap is like $10 on retail shelves.
Yeah.
It's always on sale, like on PSN and stuff. I got it for like $10. And also, again, all the expansions for free.
yeah. Which is unfortunate that we even have to say that.
Yeah.
Like, all of the DLC that people paid for up front, that, like, segmented the entire player base, is now free. I would say get Destiny before you get... Oh, 100%. Get Destiny before you get Battlefield 1. But let's see. Let's see what happens. I am excited to follow it. I will say that. I'm really excited to follow it.
I share your exact sentiment.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't wait. I'm going to sit comfortably in my chair, be like, oh, Jack Frags is a new Battlefield 1 video. What changed this time? He's going to be like, okay, so this is what happened. I'm like, oh, I can wait some more.
Right, excited to see, like, you know, what the ratings are, some Metacritic, some IGN, see what they say, like, oh yeah, we really like this game right now, or whatever, and like, I'm excited to see what happens. So, tell us how you guys feel about it. I think we both kind of have, though we have different reasons why we like and dislike the game. Like we both said, we're definitely interested in it.
Well, we're never not getting it at launch.
Yeah. We're definitely both interested in it, but not interested enough. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys getting it day one? You already got your pre-orders in. Let's go. Or are you guys like, I'm not really that interested? Let us know what you guys are thinking in the comment section.
Don't pre-order your game.
Yeah, don't do it unless I don't know. I feel like we need to do a pre-order revisit.
Sure.
Like this video if you like it.
Do it.
Dislike it if you dislike it. I mean, get it if you're gonna get it. Like, and they give you all this free stuff. Like, it's kind of debatable. If you get it on Amazon, like, I feel like it might be worth it. But, because you'll get it for like $46, then you can just sell it.
Mafia 3 looks so good.
I'm just saying. Like this if you like it. Dislike it if you dislike it. Please leave comments in the comment section below. Tweet at me at ChainYourGame, at your pal Peaches. Mm-hmm. And comment, and share and subscribe about why you commented. That didn't make any sense. And I'll see you guys online. And of course,
bye.
I'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Bye bye. Da da da. Bye bye.